Hey, welcome to another episode of Out of the Darkness and Into the Light. I just love the way that sounds. I'm back at you again, baby. Yes. Hope you guys are doing okay today. Hope you're having a great day today. It's going to be my pleasure and it's going to be my honor to talk to you today. Got a little bit to cover today. Got a lot of topics we want to talk about today. We want to help people. We want to help people be clear, steer clear of the naysayers, the saysayers. You was listening to the introductory song. It's called Melting Pot of Sound. I think I told you the story about that song. I wanted to do a song where the rhythm carried the song, the beats, the drum beats, the percussion carried the song, and then I added one instrument after the other, and each one complemented the other. And as the song progressed, it goes to two different changes. It goes to like a bridge change, and then it goes to a refrain, or it comes back into a totally different rhythm. So there's technically three changes in that particular song. I mean, it is a song, but it's an instrumental. And I love it because we're like a melting pot of personalities. We're like a melting pot of behaviors. We're like a melting pot of sound. Everything is sound, energy, and vibrations. And we can't get away with that. I drink a little of my tea. Got that orange spice tea jumping off, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Orange spice tea. It's better than brandy. It is. It is, especially for me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I tickle myself. But we're going to go today. We're going to move from out of the darkness and into the light. And I hope you've meditated today. I hope you've prayed today. Whatever that is, whatever that suits your desire, whatever suits your fancy, as old people would say. Whatever suits your fancy, young man, you just do it to the best of your ability. And don't let nobody ever tell you that you can't do what you want to do. You got that? Yeah, I got that. Okay. Now you going out there and break a leg. You better not break no dang leg. I'm telling you, don't break a leg. In the early days of theater and what they call it, vaudeville and slapstick, what they used to do was go out and say break a leg. It's the opposite of the bad luck. Don't go out and break your leg. And they used to put grit on the stage. So if you were dancing and sliding, your feet would slide. Somebody broke a leg and couldn't make the premiere, and so hence they came up with this phrase, "break a leg," meaning we gonna unjinx the jinx. You'd be surprised what you learn on this channel. You'd be surprised what I know. You like, how do you know that? Research. If it's already been searched out, then you have to search it out. But it's been searched out. So what do you got to do? Research it. Research. Yeah. Now we cooking. Research. We're going to talk a little bit today about three topics, and these three topics are really close to me because they're topics that explains and talks about me, and I know it's going to explain and talk about you as well. And one of the things we were going over this the other day and it was about kindness. When it comes to kindness, the point of being kind is not to pay back kindness, but to pass it on. Pass it on. That is the point of kindness. You're not looking for a reward in return. You're just passing on the kindness. And that's called the act of kindness. I didn't say nothing wrong. I'm just wiping off a little bit of sweat because the heat's from the lights. You know, I can't stand too many lights. I had enough of them. Enough of them lights. Lights, camera, action. Ah, turn off the lights. Turn off the lights and light a candle. No, you better not turn off the lights and light a candle now. Get your undivided attention right now. So the point of the act of kindness is not to get something in return. You're just doing it. It's kindness. And it'll come back. It's called the law of reciprocity. That whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So if you would like somebody to be kind to you, guess what? Be kind to somebody else. If you want somebody to like you, then like somebody else. The best way to have a friend and make friends is to show yourself friendly. The best way to have an enemy and keep an enemy is to show yourself an enemy. But you know what the problem with being an enemy? It's enemy. It's in me. I don't have to be an enemy. We can be friends. It's enemy. It's enemy. It's enemy. It's into you. It's into you. We don't need no enemies. We need friends. It's the group. How many of us have them? Friends. Before we go, ain't it better? Let's be friends. Oh man, I'm just too silly for words. But we're talking about that giving heart. And when you give. I'm going to read something real quick for you. This is considered today's meditation. Let me read it for you. It says, I've grown up believing that if someone shows me kindness, my highest duty was to pay back that kindness to the same person. It wasn't until I was done a great kindness by a great friend who instead insisted that I never pay her back, but pass on the kindness to someone else, that I learned about the incredible value of passing on something so nice and important as kindness. This is not me. This is maybe Julia Alvarez. And this is part of today's meditation. But it's talking about this person. They grew up believing that if someone showed them kindness, that their highest duty was to pay back that kindness to the same person. He says, but it wasn't until I was done a great kindness by a great friend who insisted that I never pay her back, but pass on the kindness to someone else. He says, that I learned about the incredible value of passing on something so nice and important as kindness. I remember in previous videos I was telling you about my act of kindness when I was crossing the Bay Bridge to go to San Francisco, and instead of just paying my toll, I gave the toll sergeant, or whatever they call him, more money than needed for my toll. And I said, take the rest of the change, and until it runs out, just pay everybody else's toll behind me. And the lady took the money and she smiled, because I think I gave her a $20 bill, and they have it like set up where if you give them a big bill, they already have the denominations of the change prepared. And she was getting ready to hand me the change. I said, no, take that and pay for the people's tolls behind me until the money runs out. And so I'm going across the bridge, minding my own business, because I told her, don't tell nobody I gave it. I'm going across the bridge. All of a sudden, hear these horns, cars pulling up on side, blowing the horn. Beep, 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 beep. Sometimes people will do that and tell you got a flat tire or something like that. I look over and they're going, ah, and I can read the lips. Stop there. I said, I told her not to tell nobody. But it was obvious that I was the one, because any car after me in that particular lane, you stay in that lane for a while until you're able to merge over. And they figured out it was me. But I didn't do it because I wanted to have accolades or get the big head. I just felt like I needed to do an act of kindness to somebody, and they didn't need to know I did it. And so I think one Sunday we went out to dinner after church or something to that nature, and I was thinking, I said, you know what? I'm sitting here enjoying my dinner. I'm gonna pay for somebody else's dinner. I think I was with my god brother at that time, Jahan Pride, the greatest musician on the planet. And I didn't care who it was. I was gonna pay for whatever their ticket was. So I get up to go pay for my ticket, my check, as they call it, check, and the person was behind me waiting to pay their check. So I told the cashier, I said, I'm gonna pay for mine, and then I'm gonna pay for theirs. And the person looked at me like, what? Because I guess they had a bill. But I didn't care. I had the money to cover any amount, except I hope they didn't go over $200-300 on one meal. But I was like, I'll pay for it, and I did. That person was there. They saw me, but I didn't do it for them to see me do it. I did it because I said I was going to do it. So then the next time I went to a restaurant, I didn't let nobody know. I mean, they didn't see me. But when the waitress came over to give me my check, and you know how it is when you're eating at a restaurant, almost before they bring your food, they bring the check. Make sure you don't leave without paying the check. But I'm in the middle of my meal. She brings the check, and I just pointed. I pointed to some random table. I said, "Hey, see that table right over there? I want to pay their bill." And it was about 4 or 5 people at the table. So I was, I wasn't going to do what I was telling you. But somebody looking, I'm gonna do that too. Oh, that guy over there drinking coffee. I'm gonna pay for his coffee. And then you go over there and make the agreement that you're gonna pay for the guy's coffee. And then the rest of his family come up and you go, and he goes, hey, this guy's gonna pay our bill. You're like, what? Shit. I was just trying to pay for a cup of coffee. But your cheap ass ain't gonna say it. So anyway. Anyway, I'm trying to do this act of kindness, and I want them to know I did it. So I told the waitress, I said, I want to pay for that table's bill. And so I just kind of lingered around until they, got ready to, look like they were getting ready to leave. So I get up and I go to the cashier to pay for my meal, and I told the cashier to don't give them the check. Let me pay the check, and then after I pay the check, tell them someone paid their deal. And I left the restaurant. Don't know what happened after that. Didn't have it like the bridge scenario, somebody falling behind me blowing a horn. But I did it, and I did it as an act of kindness. That's why I did it. And you'd be surprised. I was sitting in a restaurant one day. I used to always eat at a restaurant, especially after church, and wasn't cooking or nothing like that, or having some breakfast. And I was eating breakfast one day. I was with my baby daughter. She was a little girl then. And she always, people just gravitated to her. She just was a people magnet. Such a beautiful heart, beautiful spirit, and they would just gravitate to her. So one day we sitting eating breakfast. We used to go eat breakfast, and then we go to Barnes and Noble's bookstore, and treated it like a library. We'd get all the books. I'd get all the books I want to read. She'd get all the books she want to read. And then we go get us a chair and we'd sit there and read our books. That was our weekend thing. You know, we do the breakfast. We do Barnes and Nobles. We go to the toy store, buy her some type of toy, whatever toy she wanted. And that was our thing. So we're sitting one morning having breakfast, and I'm having, we were at Denny's because they had I remember the menu was 2468. I used to say, 2468, who do we appreciate? Denny's, 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 ah. But anyway, I ordered my breakfast, and of course, you know, I ordered what the baby wanted, which she always wanted chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets and grapes and chocolate milk or something to that effect. And the waitresses, we come there so much that they knew us and they knew her. So one morning we having breakfast, and just one of the patrons came up and said, "Oh man, that looks so." No, they said, "That's so wonderful. That's so beautiful. A father and daughter having breakfast together." And it was a Sunday too, because I worked this Saturday, so it was a Sunday morning. And the person said, "You know what? I want to pay for your meal." I said, "No, you don't have to pay for my meal." He said, "No, I want to do it. It just do my heart good to see a father and a daughter together." 3-4 years prior to that, I was doing the same thing. So I couldn't deny that. I had the money, and they just saw us and did it. That was an act of kindness without expecting to get any reward in return. See, that's the kind of kindness that we need to show each other. And we don't need to show each other kindness because we want people to see us and say, "Oh man, that was so kind. Man, that was so nice of you." You just do it because you want to do it from the heart. Not this thing. You do it from this thing. The heart, the head. The head is the heart. So anytime you do anything from the heart, you're doing it from the head. And that head is where we do all our thinking, we do all our everything from that head, from that heart. And so that was one of the things that I wanted to do from my heart to the people at the restaurants. And then someone else turned around and did the same thing to me. So that's what we're talking about today. So also it says, "I know that when I perform a kind act, I don't do so with the intentions of having it paid back. So it's funny that I assume that when someone else is kind to me, I should pay it back to them. In a way, my perspective even cheapens their kindness by assigning a self-serving motive to it, and that doesn't really seem fair." And that's true, because see, now you've taken away that act. You've taken away that act of kindness and saying, "Oh, now I need to pay them back." So that's tit for tat. We don't do tit for tat, especially when it comes to kindness, to showing somebody love. You just do it because you want to show them love. You be kind to them because you want to be kind to them. You don't do it because you're around the pastor. You don't do it because you're around the boss. You do it because you want to do it. You want to do it. Had a friend, more than my friend, my god brother. He got married, and they didn't have a car. And I just I went and got another used car. And because I got a used car and had the other car, I told my wife, I said, let's give them that car for their wedding present. And we gave him the car. Now they knew I gave him the car, but I gave it out of the kindness of my heart, and I didn't charge him for the car. All he had to do was transfer the title and pay for that. And then I did it again with another car I had. I was getting another car, and I had a Eldorado, two-door Eldorado Cadillac, and I gave it away to somebody. I gave it to him. I didn't sell it to him. And then the third occasion where I gave a car away, I had needed a car. I was living in Florida, and I needed a car. And I got this car from a place that stored RVs, and they had a couple of cars out on the street for sale. So I went and inquired about that. It was a Lincoln Town Car Series. Loved that car, man. Loved that car. I think I paid like $1,300 for the car. It had like 120,000 miles on it. But the guy was saying it belonged to an old couple who used to just trail the car behind their RV, and whenever they would get somewhere to a state that they wanted to go have dinner or something, they would drive the car, and then that was the only time they drove the car. And so because it was being trailed behind the RV, it made the odometer collect the miles. And I looked at the car, and it was spotless. It was clean. It was clean. The engine was clean. Everything was clean. And you could tell when someone was steam clean or tried to do something to clean up the engine. It was clean, and it ran. Boy, did that sucker run, man. Like kids used to say, we got to get in this big old car. But they get back there and sink in that back seat, and they was comfortable in that back seat, baby. But I moved to Houston and went to work driving for United Van Lines, and not going over the road at this time, but just driving back and forth. And one of the helpers, we became good friends, Dave. Never forget Dave. We were good friends, and so when the income tax rolled around, I said, I'm through with Cadillacs. I'm through with Lincolns. Had nothing wrong with having a Cadillac, because I used to have Cadillacs and Lincolns. Those was my favorite cars. I said, now I'm going to get a Mercedes. So I bought my first Mercedes. Now I got this other car. And then I had a friend who was coming to work. He didn't have a car. I used to come pick him up, and then we'd work, and then I'd drop him off. They would make him work with me so he'd make sure he had a ride home. So one day I told him, I said, Dave, guess what? Remember when I was dropping you off, and I went in that lot and looked at that Mercedes? He said, yeah, man, that sucker's nice. I said, it's mine now, and here's the keys to the Lincoln. It's yours now. Didn't charge him. Gave it to him. Act of kindness. See? And this is what we need to do more of. You don't have to follow my example and do the examples that I have. You have your own way of showing an act of kindness. Sometimes showing an act of kindness is just coming into your own household and not complaining so damn much. I mean, I didn't mean to say that. Darn much, even though damn is in the Bible. God bless you. No much said. Just don't be complaining so much. An act of kindness. You used to coming home and your wife cooking dinner. You beat her home. You cook dinner. Fake like you're sick at work. Oh, gotta go, and then beat your wife home and go cook. Don't fake like you're sick. Just take a sick day. Or half day. And cook for her. Just like she know your favorite dish, you know her favorite dish too. I ain't talking about that dish. We talking about that other dish. You so silly. But that would be a great act of kindness. Or just out of the blue, take your kids and go buy them something, a pair of shoes. Or nowadays you can't do that. Everything's on the internet, so just get them something off Amazon or an act of kindness. And see how you feel. Man, it's a totally different feeling when you showing kindness. It's contagious. You do it once, you want to do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Hey, you feel so much better. And it's great for the body. It's great, it's healthy, it's healing. To show love, kindness. We need more love and kindness, especially when we hear some of the things that are going on outside our little safety zone. See, we're in our safety zone, and we don't think nothing or never bad happened to us, and we see all the people that are treating other people not with kindness, and then we consider ourselves to be blessed. Oh, we blessed. God has blessed us with what? He forgot about those guys? He ain't a fair God if that's the case. Okay, I'm going to go on a whole nother tangent. So let's go back to the act of kindness. Be kind to your pets. You know I'm going to tell you to be kind to your pets because I love animals. I love nature. I love natural. They nice to be your pets. You be kind to them. You don't have to give them table scraps every day, but give them some table scraps because you know they be saying, them humans, look at that. They're sitting there eating. That smells so good. Drop a crumb and see what happens. Drop a crumb! Drop one! You get away from the table. No dogs near the table. The dog goes, don't drop a crumb. Drop a crumb. Drop one crumb. Be kind to your dog. I used to get my dog big old rawhide chew. This dog was a big dog. This Duke, he was a bull mastiff Rottweiler. I got him this big old Fred Flintstone dinosaur bone rawhide chew. He went, ah! He went to chewing on that thing. I said, that'll last him for a week or two. The next evening, I was like, what happened to it? He done chewed that thing. Man, oh shoot, hope he don't ever bite me. He tore that up, and then they had the leather dried pig ears. I gave him I gave another particular dog I had the pig ears, a little dog, because I knew if I gave Duke them pig ears, that's like him eating corn chips. All right, where they at? Head that big. He stand up. Most faithful dog I ever had. I'm going to tell you that story one day. Let's get on back to the kindness and the love. That word love scrambled spells E-V-O-L. That's the root word to the word evolve. See, if you love, you'll evolve. And if you love life, you'll evolve in life. And if you want to evolve in life, have an evolution, not a revolution. We're going to have a revolution. No, let's have an evolution. Look, I made the heart shape. Let me put the paper down. Evolution. All we need is love. Who sang that song? The Beatles. I think it was the Beatles. All we need is love. Love. Al Green said, love, oh, what a wonderful thing. Love is. Al knew how to get him. But he was talking about love. L-O-V-E, love. With love and kindness have I drawn thee, said the Lord. And the first thing we do is kick people to the curb. Won't even show them love. Love and kindness, he drew you. You the sinner saved by grace. And he loved you in your mess. You can't love nobody else in their mess. You can't be kind to somebody in their mess. You're going to... Okay. Let me get back. Here's another one. This guy says, it would be a wonderful feeling to think that a kind act that I did for one person was passed on to someone else, and then passed on from there to even another person. If my single act can motivate another person to add to the kindness and caring of the world, then my simple act becomes much more than a simple act. It becomes a spark that can start a flame. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to think of the flame spreading and affecting many more people in positive ways. I knew he was going to get to this word positive ways. I'm always talking about positive energy. See, positive energy draws positive energy. Negative energy draws negative energy. So if your day is positive, productive or whatever you want to call it, but positive, that's because you drew positive energy. So you got a positive aura around you. Aura. If your day is negative, thinking negative, being negative, and your day you're going to experience a bunch of negativity because you're drawing it. So if you don't want to experience the negativity, stop being negative. And if you want to enjoy the positivity, be positive. Be positive. Be positive. Be kind. Show love. Gotta sing to you guys like y'all in Sesame Street. Love, L-O-V-E, now, evolve. Be kind. Kindness is contagious. Cough it on somebody. Kind. You're making me be kind. You need to cover your mouth when you're kind. Where's your mask? Where's your mask? No, you don't need a mask. Just be kind. All right, here we go. Get myself together. So performing a kind act is adding positive energy to the world. Woo! I just said that. It's making a contribution to the positive side of life. The side that allows us to the side that allows us to love and to dream and to feel good about ourselves and others. A kind act is especially effective when it's given with no expectation of return. And we can reward the doer of that act more by passing on their kindness than trying to return it. That makes a lot of sense. See, if you're going to be kind to somebody because they were kind to you, then you pass that kindness on to someone else. Don't turn around and try to be kind to the person that was kind to you. If he was genuine in his kindness, you don't need to do that. But you can do it for somebody else. Then the chain reaction starts, and it says a spark that starts a flame, and now there's a fire. Now there's a wildfire, but it ain't a wildfire burning out down the trees in California. It's a wildfire of kindness and love. And if we took that wildfire, or we took that spark and ignited that spark with more kindness and more love, I guarantee you this world would be a better place. And I guarantee you, your neighborhood would be a better place. I guarantee you, your household would be a better place. I guarantee you that the people that you come around will be better people. The people that you associate with will be better people. So if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. You got to get it right while you got the time. Because when you close your heart and you close your mind, the guy knew it. He knew it. He didn't write the song, he made the song popular, Man in the Mirror. So be kind. When you start out in the morning, you're looking in the mirror, just say something simple to your brain. Just say something simple. I'm going to be kind to everyone I meet today. Everyone I see, I'm going to greet them and say good morning, whether they say good morning back or not. I'm going to say hi, wave hi to people, whether they say hi or not. When I was growing up in Berkeley, California, there was this guy, we used to call him Mr. Good Day. He'd be out early in the morning. We'd be walking to school, and he'd be out early in the morning, standing in front of his house with this big old orange glove on, a fluorescent looking glove. And every car passed by. There was a busy street, Ashby Avenue, and it was a busy street, cars going up and down because they was either going to the freeway or getting off the freeway to go into, the city. The downtown, downtown Berkeley. And he'd stand out there, hey, have a good day, have a good day. And me and my brother and all our friends, we used to walk and be laughing and go, have a good day, to him. And he'd go, all right, you kids, have a good day, have a good day. So we nicknamed him Mr. Good Day. So one day, I'm curious, but I was a paper boy, and I used to love to ride my skateboard. And I seen him out watering his grass one day, and I said, hey, Mr. Good Day. And he told me his real name, but we called him Mr. Good Day. They even had write-ups in the newspaper about him. And he said one day he had a life or death experience. He said, and after that, he said he would be kind to everybody, and he would stand out there as long as he was able and wave at the traffic and tell them to have a good day. Now, that was a sincere act of kindness. He'd take out time in his morning to wave at the cars that's just passing through. And people that were regulars would blow their horn. But people that wasn't regulars, he was just still waving, have a good day, have a good day, to the traffic going this way and to the traffic going that way. And anybody that was walking on the sidewalk, and he even did it to the kids, he did it to us. Have a good day, we laughing, have a good day, Mr. Good Day, he out today. The guy eventually passed. As I got a little bit older, I went through the old neighborhood, visited some old friends, and I figured he'd be out there waving, saying, have a good day. And I didn't see him, so I asked my friends, I said, hey, whatever happened to Mr. Good Day? They said, oh, he passed. Maybe, a year ago or so, because I had left Berkeley. And I said, wow. And the street just wasn't the same. It seemed like it had a happy energy on that street. And that happy energy came from that guy. We never saw his wife. He was married. We never saw his wife. We never seen her outside. But we always saw him outside. And when we saw him outside, if he wasn't watering the grass or cutting his lawn, he was waving to people. Have a good day. Great act of kindness. Man, if we could just do that, just spend a day or wherever you at and just compliment somebody. Hey, how are you doing today? Oh, you're looking awfully nice today. Don't give a damn how they look. Okay, I'm trying to watch saying words like that. But don't care how they look. Don't care how old they are. We'll go up to a person with a pet. Oh, he's so cute. Do I need a dog for you to talk nice and speak to me? Because I'm going to get one if that's the case. A pit bull. Pit bulls ain't that vicious. I've raised a stray. She was blind. Best dog. One of the best dogs I ever had. She'd do like this here. Her eyes was open. You thought she could see, but she'd be smelling. If people take off running, I say, hey, it's okay, it's okay. And no, that's a pit bull. It's okay. I brought the tea. It made it cold. I haven't been drinking now. It's going to be hot tea. I'm out in the garage again. It's too hot for hot tea. Okay, so we were talking about what? Kindness. Acts of kindness. And being kind. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being kindness. We just show a little bit more kindness. Show a little bit more love. And that love energy, it stays. It stays like smoke, like fog, like smog. It stays like that stain on your shirt. Except this one, you don't want to wash this stain out. You want to keep this stain. Love and kindness. Love and kindness. Can't say it enough. Love and kindness. All right, let's shift. Let's shift. Let's shift. Let's talk about something different here. Let's talk about the stages of behavioral change for a second. There's 6 stages of behavioral change. One of them is called pre-contemplation, the other was contemplation, and the third was, it said contemplation twice. It was pre-contemplation, contemplation, and preparation, action, maintenance, and termination. So, one common model used to describe the stages of changes in the trans-theoretical model, also known as the stages of change model. This model identifies 6 stages through which individuals may process when making a change. These stages are, number 1, pre-contemplation. Have you ever pre-contemplated something? Thought about it? Mulled it over? toss it around in an empty room, and there's like a Super Ball. Boom, 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 boom. Oh wait, but that's only my head. Hit it. Hello, hello, hello. Have you ever pre-contemplated something? Pre-contemplation. The stage of pre-contemplation is characterized by a lack of awareness or willingness to consider change. Lack of awareness, you ain't aware you need to make a change. You're so used to that behavior, you're so used to that habit that it could go off as a bad habit. It could be perceived as not a good habit, not a good characteristic. But until someone tells you, you know, hey man, you too grouchy. You need to change. Make that change. I ain't grouchy. As soon as you said, I ain't grouchy. Who you calling grouchy? You, look at your grouchy face. You're grouchy. Oh boy, but a lack of awareness and willingness to consider change. Not even consider change. I mean, consider change. I mean, blueberries. This used to be chocolate covered peanuts. They're good too. I mean, blueberries. Changing my diet. I'm not eating so much bread. I'm working on the coffee. I'm trying to drink more tea. Got the alcohol down. I'm saying I don't need it. I need something that's killing me. I might as well welcome all the serial killers to come say, hey, what are you? Hey, I'm a mass murderer. Oh man, got room? Got room for rent? No, you don't even have to rent it. Who are you? I'm Chucky. No, Chucky don't have a knife. Or maybe he do. Who cares? But people don't consider change. Or have an awareness that they have to change because, hey man, this is how I am and it's always been this way. Then shoot, man, I ain't changing for nobody. Okay, good. You ever thought about changing for yourself? You don't even want to change for yourself? I ain't changing for nobody. This is who I am, and if they don't like me how I am, then they can kiss my hand. You thought I was going to say that other word. Kiss your aspirin. You know, Tylenols. Bear. Aspirin. An individual in this stage may be in denial about the need for change or simply not ready to address the issue. See? And that happens sometimes, you know. So we're still talking about the pre-contemplation. Not ready to consider it yet. Don't even want to address it. I ain't changing for nobody. Been this way all my life. I ain't changing. They need to change. I don't need to change. I don't know who the hell they think they talking to anyway. Talking about. Give it what? Nobody say. I ain't changing for nobody. For example, someone who is struggling with their physical health but refuses to acknowledge the importance of diet and exercise may be in the pre-contemplation stages. Well, I know that's not none of you, but we know somebody like that. And they're always talking about they want to go on a diet, they want to lose weight, and then they don't take in consideration, okay, well, this is what it's going to take. This is what it's going to take. And so they say, I'm just going to eat blueberries. And then when they made that decision, the price of blueberries was down. And then the next time they go get blueberries, they went from $1.75 a basket to $2. I ain't buying no damn blueberries. It costs you. How come it's going to change your diet and eat blueberries? I ain't eating them blueberries. They cost too much. I see you laughing over there. You say, Dad, that's me. So the next step, stage 2, is the actual contemplation. As an individual moves into contemplation stage, they begin to recognize the need for change and start weighing the pros and cons of making the transformation. We've all done that. Well, for business, well, maybe, I won't eat bread and I won't eat rice. And I ain't giving up meat. I mean, I'm going to eat some meat. Not that many mashed potatoes. I'm going to walk a little bit. And, I'm going to quit smoking. For instance, someone who is contemplating, I just said smoking, for instance, someone who is contemplating quitting smoking may start to realize the health benefits of kicking the habit, but may also be daunted by the challenges of breaking free from the nicotine addiction. And every time I do this and teach this, it's always something, they always keep talking about me. It's reading my mail, because I'm a smoker. And I always use that excuse to not quit smoking. I'm doing good. I have cut back and I've cut down. So that's a step. That's a stage. The pre-contemplation aspect of it was I said, well, you know what? I do like smoking cigarettes. So I just buy me some cigars. I'm still smoking. But I like the taste of cigars, so I figured if I buy cigars, then I won't be smoking as many cigarettes. So I go to the store and I get a pack of cigarettes and about 8 cigars. I told you, I'm crazy. Oh my goodness. For instance, someone who is contemplating quitting smoking may start to realize the health benefits of kicking the habit, but may also be daunted by the challenges of breaking free from the nicotine addiction. I don't want to wear the nicotine patch. I want to be strong on my own and say I quit. I'm cutting down, so I'm working on it, and that's the truth. I'm cutting back, working on it. I've not taken as many smoke breaks as I used to. I intended to smoke before I filmed you guys. I had the cigarettes right here. I was like, oh, man, I started recording. I wanted to smoke a cigarette. Now I'm going to have to wait. See? I'm willing to do that. For me. Not for you, but for me. Number 3, preparation. In the preparation stages, individuals have made the decision to change and are actively planning on how to do so. This could involve setting specific goals, seeking out resources and support, and creating a roadmap for success. Yeah. See, we don't want to ask someone else for help, and we don't want to seek support outside of our so-called support systems that we have established for ourselves. But if you're putting out a roadmap, that was the time I was a truck driver. We used to get the Thomas guide and a regular map, and you'd have to map out your route by looking at the map. And we did the same thing when I was driving over the road. In school, they taught you how to map read and recognize the symbols and map out your route. And so you would map out your route and take and consider your time, your rest stops, and where you're going to get gas and things like that. So you mapped out, you made a road map of the route you were going to take. And you were going to follow that route to the T, because that route got you to where you wanted to go at the specific amount of time that you needed and the time frame in which you needed to get there to make the delivery or the pickup. So you created a road map, and in that road map, you followed it. Where here they're saying the same thing. Preparation, in the preparation stage, individuals have made the decision to change and are actively planning how to do so. This could involve setting specific goals, seeking out resources and support, and creating a roadmap for success. A person preparing to transition to a new career may start updating their resume, networking with professionals in their desired field, and enrolling in relevant classes. And that's true because I wanted to take my experiences and use them to get a promotion. And what I ended up doing was I went to talk to someone to tell them how can I take my experiences and show that my experiences can help me to get the particular position. I just didn't have the title at the time. And they showed me how to take all my experiences and upgrade my resume. And I was really being too in detail and had a 3 or 4 page resume, and they were saying, no, you got to break it down to bullet points, and you got to say the important things, and you got to say what contributions you had. You had to do this, you had to do that. Once I did that, I started getting the jobs, and I started getting the jobs I want because I showed I was qualified to do the job by the work that I was doing. So the work that I was doing, I didn't have the position. I didn't have the title or the position, but I was actually doing the work that was required and understood how to do it. So that's how I ended up getting supervisory jobs and management jobs, by doing that. And so sometimes that's the preparation you got to take. That's the roadmap. And my goal was just to be, I didn't want to go into upper management. I just wanted to be more than just a laborer or a common office worker. I wanted to, have more responsibilities and, of course, make more money, baby. More money, more money, more money. More problems, more problems, more problems. Action. Now, you know I like that word. Action. Action. Somebody said, yo, action. To be or not to be? I said, it's just a question. You're not acting no more. Cut. Oh. Okay, send in the stunt man. Okay. Action. The action stage is where individuals take concrete steps to implement the changes they've planned. This could involve adopting new behaviors, habits, or routines that support their desired outcome. For example, someone aiming to improve their mental health may start practicing mindfulness meditation, engaging in therapy, and prioritize self-care activities. That's what I did. I took that action. I'm in that process right now. Lights, camera, action. That's what I'm doing now. And I suggest if you feel you need to do it, do it. There's nothing wrong with admitting or acknowledging that we have mental health issues. It doesn't make you, it's not saying that you're crazy. We all have mental health issues because it's mental, it's in the mind. And we want to have a healthy mind. And just like you want to have a healthy body, in order for you to have a healthy mind, you must ingest healthy thoughts, patterns, and behavior see it through your eyes and believe it in your head, and now you're on the path. You got that engine started. Now you got the engine started, you can connect the rest of the trains. But you got to take action. I had told you before, I got a song with the lyrics, can't remember the song. Let's not talk about it, let's be about it. Are we a team or we divided? I'll just talk about praise and worship, then get on up and move your body. You're sitting there talking about we having praise and worship, and you're going, God is good. No, you should say praise and worship. Hit the lottery and see what happens. Y'all be on TV. I hit the lottery. He hit you diary. Goodbye, boss. Kiss my aspirins. I got a pocket full of aspirins in my back pocket. Oh, Lord, action. Maintenance. Did all this. And now you're going to have to maintain it. You're going to have to maintain it. So maintenance. Let's see what he says about maintenance. Once change has been successfully implemented, the maintenance stage focuses on sustaining the new behaviors over time. This requires ongoing effort, commitment, and perseverance to prevent relapse or solidify the transformation. A person who has lost weight through healthy eating and regular exercise maintain these habits to prevent weight regain. So now you've narrowed it out, you pre-contemplated it, you contemplated it, and then you, what was the other one? Somebody tell me what the other one was. Preparations, you made the preparations, and then you took action. Now it's time to maintain it. Be cool, keep it cool. Maintenance. Anytime I worked in the trucking industry, anything happened to your vehicle, you took it to the shop, and they always had a maintenance schedule. And they'd say, okay, we did this, we did that. Okay, it's time for your so and so. Sometimes I would go out to get my tractor. Hey man, where's my tractor? Go to the shop. Oh, there's my tractor. Hey, no, you're ready for your annual maintenance, and they'll assign you another truck because this is going to take all day. Oh, okay. And then you're living in an apartment. You're living in you're staying at a hotel, or you in an office tower. You got the maintenance guys. As soon as something go on, light bulb go out, maintenance. And maintaining lighting. See, something happens in the toilets, the bathrooms. Maintenance. You know how to do it, but there's somebody that's qualified to do it, certified to do it, and there to do it. You are the one who's qualified to do it. You're the one who's certified to do it for you. You're your own maintenance crew. You clean your windows. Clean out your toilet. Or maybe this is our toilet. Because we talk a lot of, oh, you better not say that and tell mama. We are on maintenance crew. So we came up with all these steps and stages. We recognize the various behaviors. And now, since we're going to make that change, we need to maintain it. I'm talking to myself, but I'm looking at you. I need to maintain it too. You ain't the only one. I look like I got it all together, but I don't. But you keep smiling, they'll never know. You gotta do the maintenance. Finally, I know you guys say, shiggity, he talks too dang much. Why don't you just read the thing and get it over with? And that old guy in the corner, he just talking too much. Every time I turn around, just talking. He's talking in his sleep. I saw him sleeping the other day. Took a nap, 5-minute nap, and the whole 5 minutes just talking. What he was talking about, nobody know. He just be talking, just going, wobble, wobble, jabble, jabble, woo, woo, woo. Oh man, I hear him coming. I can see him too. He got this white jacket with a bunch of straps on it. What's with that? I didn't order that. That ain't even Amazon. Dang, that ain't FedEx Express neither. Okay, here we go. Termination. Not determination. Termination. Not the Terminator. I'll be back. See, I drew the Terminator on there. Terminator. Okay, let me finish this here and then I'll wear that funny looking jacket. Oh my goodness. Termination or relapse. No laughing matter here. In the termination stage, individuals have fully integrated the change into their lives, and it's become a permanent part of their identity. See, individuals have fully integrated the changes into their lives. You got to integrate it into your life. You got to make it be a part of your life. It has to mesh. It has to mesh. I remember I was teaching I was teaching someone how to make meatloaf the way my mother taught me. I just don't put the bell pepper. I just don't put the bell peppers and the onions in it because I don't like bell peppers and onions. I can do onion salt or seasoning, but I don't do the bell peppers and the onions. Can't do it. But anyway, so I'm teaching them how to make a meatloaf. And I'm telling them, I said, okay, now you get some crackers, you can get Ritz crackers, you can get regular crackers, or you can just get some bread and wet the bread. And then you crack the eggs and you put your seasoning over it, beat the eggs first, and then you season the ground beef, and then you pour the eggs, and then you get the bread and you integrate it into the meat until it's absorbed through all the meat. Or if it's crackers, do the same thing. Sometimes I do that, then I put flour over the top as well. Flour helps it to stay together. The bread, the crackers, it expands it and it makes the meatloaf real nice and tender where you can slice it. It don't fall apart. It just slices real nice. I just told you my secret for meatloaf. That's it. I'm out of here. You made me tell my secret for meatloaf. But that's okay. Invite me over for some meatloaf. Make sure you got mashed potatoes. Termination or relapse. In the termination stages, individuals have fully integrated the change into their lives and it's become a permanent part of their identity. This could mean that the individual no longer struggles with the old behavior or temptation. However, relapse is also a common occurrence where individuals may return to old habits and need to re-enter the cycle of change to achieve lasting transformation. And that's to say, don't be discouraged that if in that process, the termination process means you done went through all those steps. You went through all the changing of the behaviors, and then you go back into your old behavior or you relapse into your addiction or what have you. Now you got to start all over again. You just made a new contract with yourself, and then you turn around and you terminate the contract after all of that work. Reminds me of the story that my godbrother was telling me about the guy that was working for the guy, Hindu guy, guy from India. And the guy was always late to work. He was late back from break. He was late back from lunch. And he always wanted to leave work early. So one day he said that the owner of the company came to the guy and told him, he says, guy who don't like to work, I don't know his name. How about Peter Pan? Okay, Peter Pan, you're fired. Peter Pan said, "Fire, man, why you fire me, man? Why you fire me? I'm Peter Pan. I got peanut butter. Michael Jackson loved me. And Tinkerbell." Get back to the story. Come on, Peter Pan. That's the guy. Why you fire me? And the guy told him, ask yourself. Oh my goodness. So if you go through all these stages and then you reach the termination stage and you wonder, how did you reach the termination stage? Ask yourself. You did all this work. You ain't the only one. I did it 4 times. 4 times I went back. I'm like, ain't going back again. Not that it was a bad experience, not that it was a bad thing. I'm like, come on. I keep building up this. Knock it down. Remind me of dominoes. You build a domino thing, and then you put the wrong domino and they all fall down. What's the game with the blocks? You take a block. You gotta be careful. right, block. Ah, I made it. Can't think of the guy. So I thought if I went through that, I would remember the name of it. Those blocks stacked all different ways and different levels, and you pull the block. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We don't want to play that game where we build everything up and just it takes one to knock the whole thing down. When we were kids, we did the thing where two people put their hand together and then the person, London Bridge is falling down. I always wondered, why is it falling down? And then every time I would see images of London, it's still up. What? I thought it was falling down. then they had this weird, then they'd lock you in, take the key and lock them up. What the shit kind of game is locking me up? For what? Going under the bridge? Then after they sing it, they let one arm up so you can get out. I'm like, I ain't playing this game no more. First of all, you're telling me the damn bridge falling down, but you keep making me walk around the pillars. I was thinking the two people are the pillars and the bridge is gonna fall down. And they got their hands up and then they go, oh, take the key and lock me. Lock me up for what? I'm a weird adult. I was a weird kid too. I'm thinking, there's something wrong with this game. You have to be the weird kid. And when you see yourself not behaving the way you want to behave, you got to say, hey, something's wrong with this game. And come back to yourself. Ask yourself. You got to do that sometime, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. All jokes aside, there's nothing wrong with that. See, and the other thing is, we got to, for the sake of your grandchildren and your grandchildren to come, show some acts of kindness. I got grandkids. You got grandkids. Our grandkids could be the same age. Then they grow up fighting and hating each other. For what? Because they didn't see us showing acts of kindness. They didn't see us showing love. You got to do that. And if you love yourself like I love myself, I had to address one of my major flaws, and that was my overindulgence in alcohol. And doing it with the justification, hey, at least I ain't doing no illegal drugs, this is legal. Just because it's legal don't make it right. Just because it's legal don't make it right. You gotta have a conscience. You gotta have some type of awareness. And that's really what it's all about. That's really what it's all about. And we never go nowhere knowingly that we're not aware. Even today's generation. You go somewhere and you put the destination in the GPS says, this is where you're gonna go. Before you even start out, it road maps you right to your destination. Tell you how long it's gonna take for you to get there. Jump in the Uber, kick back, enjoy the ride. The driver knows where he's going. The driver knows where he's going. He's got some good instructions. He got the GPS to get you. Taking the road map. Taking you to your destination. Where do you like to go today, sir? That's what they used to say when you get in a cab. Where to today, sir? And hit that meter, boy. They knew how to hit that meter. Where you going today? Click. Nowhere. What? It'll be $5 just for sitting in the taxi. Got to know. We want to know. We do know. It's in you. It's in me. It's in me. Remember, when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. I may sound like I'm being hard on you, but I'm being hard on me. I'm being hard on me. I'm just using you as a sounding board. I'm using you as my mirror. I'm looking into the mirror. Yeah, I'm recording and I see myself recording, but you are my mirror. So mentally, telepathically, I'm looking into my mirror because I'm everything that you are and you're everything that I am. We have the same behaviors, we have the same issues, we have the same problems. We have the same solutions for the same issues and for the same problems. Once we recognize it's in us, it's up to us to change it. It's up to us to make a difference. It's not up to our wife, it's not up to our mothers, it's not up to our sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles. Keep going down the line. It's up to us. It's up to you. It's up to me. I'm determined to do it. I'm determined to do it. I will do it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. I'm like that boxer. We're talking with Don today. Don, so what do you think about the fight? Well, I'm going to get him in the corner, and then I'm going to hit him with that uppercut, and then I'm going to come up with a right cross, and then I'm going to duck, and he's going to think he's going to come in and get me, but when he come in, I'm going to come on with that right cross, and then I'm going to hit him with some determination, and then I'm going to uppercut him with some more determination, then I'm going to do a right cross of I believe in myself, and then once I get him with that left cross, I believe in myself, then I'm going to punch him dead in the head with I can do it. All right. Go on out there, Jim. Nope, ain't gonna be no knockout. I thought y'all was gonna say, you get knocked out. No, I'm the champ, baby. I'm the champ. You seeing stars, you seeing not them celebrities from Hollywood. Oh my goodness. Oh man, this has been a great lesson. I think I've spent about an hour or so maybe. And that's enough, because after the first 15 minutes, most people aren't even interested, Usually 15 minutes. I used to teach young ministers and they want to come up and preach, and they thinking they're going to preach for hours. 15 minutes is all you need, brother. 45 minutes, you're doing good. What do you mean? I've got about an hour sermon. That's fine. Can you narrow it down to 15 minutes? Because the first 15 minutes, you done lost your audience after the first 15 minutes, unless it's entertainment. Now, if it's entertainment, you'll capture your audience. You'll keep your audience. Capture, keep your audience. But just talking, 15 minutes. If that. If that. But if it's really interesting, and if it's really got some meat, people will listen. I'm trying not to do a commercial, but this is Bigelow orange spice tea. I made it cold. I boiled it, and then I put about 6 bags into a pan and boiled it. Got it nice and hot, and put the sugar I like in it, and then I tossed it over the ice to make it cold, so I can come out and do the recording. And I forgot I even had it over here in my blueberries. But it's good, Bigelow. So let's try to eat healthy also. I'm trying to eat healthy too. I'm trying to cut back on my bread, my starches, and I never was a big eater, but I'm trying to eat smaller portions. See, that's the other thing. I put a lot of food on my plate sometimes. I get a big old spoon of this and a big old spoon of that and a big old spoon of this. But I have no intentions of eating it all. I just eat a little bit of that, eat a little bit of that, eat a little bit of that. You say, well, you wasted food. No, I'm not. Because even if I had ate the big old servings, I would have still had food left. That's where we get leftovers. Overcooking. Leftovers. I used to cook for like 40 men. And they always wondered, hey, how do you have leftovers? It's how you serve it. It's how you serve it. You serve it right, no matter what the big guy say. Come on, man, I'm too big for this little bitty serving. Don't worry about it. Just come back. Eat that and come back. And they always could eat it and come back. And now I got a lot. I give you a little bit more. 2 portions, that's it. Not big ones. Just little ones. Eat more strawberries. Not strawberries, eat them too. Blueberries. Antioxidant, good for the heart health. I need it. I'm a smoker. Got high blood pressure. Got to take care of yourself, or you'll be stuck with it. I'm telling you. You got to make up in your mind to make that change. You got to make up in your mind to show kindness. If you make up your mind to do that, then your life will change. It'll change. And you'll want to change. It ain't like somebody forcing you to change. You're going to want to change. Change is good. We're just going to talk about change, but I figured this video was long enough. But change is good. Remember, there's good change and there's bad change. But they both are good, like the battery. Positive and negative. There's a positive side to the battery, and there's a negative side to the battery. Those two, put 2 batteries together, and they can do something. But they can't do nothing if the positive pole is against the positive pole, or the negative pole is in contact with the negative pole. They have to be the opposite. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. Now they connected together and they generate the energy that's stored in them. The energy is already stored in them. They just need to be placed in the apparatus, and they need to go positive, negative, positive, negative. And now the energy flows, and now the apparatus work, now the watch work, now the cell phone work, the flashlight work. You get the point. So we got to stay focused. Positive thinking. Positive thinking. That's the only positive you could put together and still get some energy, because positive energy draws positive energy. Negative energy draws negative energy. You want to flow. Smooth flow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Smooth flow. Smooth flows. Or your flow could be this. This is infinity loop. The number 8, infinity. Just continues on and on. The little race tracks, we used to have the slot car race tracks. And the cheap ones, you just get a figure 8. That's all you can make. Figure 8. You get the extra tracks, and you can, because I used to get the extra tracks. I was a paper boy. Shoot, my money went on trains and race cars and model cars and bicycles and shoot. My mother was struggling to get me none of that. No, Mom, I get my own stuff. I get my own school clothes. Remember, acts of kindness. Really, on the real side, acts of kindness. They'll go a long way. They'll go a long way. And don't be afraid to examine yourself. Just examine yourself. Somebody examine you, okay, take their advice too. It's only advice. Somebody giving you their opinion about you, hey, it's their opinion. An opinion is nothing more than an open-ended option. You still got an option. You can take their opinion, or you don't have to take their opinion. And never go around making assumptions or assume, because you know how that works. If you assume, it's 3 syllables to the word assume. You didn't know that, did you? Because if you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. Yeah, that's old. Yeah, hey, dude, you all heard that before. And you heard ass. Ass is in the Bible. The ass started talking. The guy wouldn't talk, so the ass said, hey, did you hear him talking to you? Damn, the donkey talking. I ain't no donkey, I'm an ass. Oh my goodness. Well, this is another episode of Out of the Darkness into the Light. Oh man, not only do I love the way that sounds, I love the way that feels. To be out of the darkness and into the light.